todos los números poblados de abajo, yo lo tengo. Aquí lo chequeando la serie y se me va todo a la vez.
All right, good morning, everyone. This is Judge Kassan. Thank you for joining us today. This is the 8:45 a.m. docket on February 10th, 2022 for the City of Olmos Park Municipal Court. Again, thank you for joining us. I'm just going to have everyone stay on mute for a few minutes. I'm going to go over some preliminary instructions and then we'll get started, okay? Mr. Briones, would you like to visit with Mr. Dixon? I know you visited before, but I can send you into a breakout room.
Yes, Your Honor.
Great, thank you. Valerie, can you take care of that, please? All right. For everyone else, I'm just going to give some preliminary instructions. And just so everyone is aware, we are currently live streaming on YouTube, and that's in order to comply with the open courts provision of the Constitution. We also have Mr. Dixon on the call. He is the prosecutor. If you are going to visit with him, you will be sent into a breakout room just as he went to a breakout room right now. So you would have the opportunity to visit with him individually, okay? Now, when I call your name, I'm going to ask you how you plead on your case or cases if you haven't already entered a plea, all right? So if this is your first appearance, I'm gonna ask you how you plead. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you plead guilty, you're admitting guilt and you're asking the court to assess the punishment in the case. If you plead no contest, that means you're not contesting the charges. However, you're also not admitting guilt. You just want to resolve them today. That would be a plea of no contest. Again, you're not admitting guilt, but you're also not contesting the charges and just want to resolve the case or cases today. Okay. Now, if you do want to contest the charges, you would plead not guilty. You would then have the opportunity to visit with Mr. Dixon, the prosecutor, and then thereafter we would schedule you for a trial. All right. That's if you want to contest the charges. Today is not a trial docket, so there will not be any trials conducted today. Those are scheduled on a certain date at a certain time in the future, and you'll get notice of that when those are scheduled, okay? But again, you'll have the opportunity to visit with him and then try to resolve your case, and if not, we will schedule that for trial. You do have a constitutional right to a jury trial. That means the case would be heard and decided by 6 citizens of Olmos Park, and then they would decide the case after the prosecutor presents his case on the date of trial. All right. You can choose to waive the jury trial and instead have a non-jury or bench trial. That means the case would be heard by me or the other judge in Olmos Park. That's a non-jury or bench trial. All right. Now, if you want to try to resolve your case today, there are some options available to you. If you're here on traffic tickets, the first option is defensive driving. If you haven't taken the driving safety course in the last 12 months, you may be eligible. You must, however, have a valid Texas driver's license and insurance in your name. There's a court fee that's associated with the driving safety course that must be paid in full, and then you would have 90 days to complete the course. Upon completion, the case is closed out and does not appear as a conviction on your driving record. If you are under 25 years of age, you must take the driving safety course. The other option that might be available to you is deferred disposition. It's sometimes informally called probation. It's an unsupervised probationary period anywhere from 1 day to 180 days. And there's a fee associated with it, and there may be some conditions placed upon you during the deferral period. However, if you're successful in complying with the terms, the case is closed out and does not appear as a conviction on your driving record. If you're under 25 years of age, you are required to take the driving safety course as a condition, okay? If you are a commercial driver's license holder, you are not eligible for either the driving safety course or the deferral option. All right. Now, if you maybe you have a equipment violation, a broken tail light, maybe tinting that was too dark, expired registration, something to that effect, and you were able to correct those items and you have proof that they were corrected, you may be eligible for a compliance dismissal with a fee. That will depend on the case and when, in fact, you got the items corrected. Okay. I'll be happy to address any questions specific to your cases here in a few minutes. If you are requesting community service hours, an extension of time, a payment plan, again, we can discuss those individually, okay? If you have multiple violations, maybe more than 3 tickets, I will have you speak with the prosecutor in a few minutes, okay? Like I said, I'll be happy to address any questions you have specific to your cases as we take your cases up individually, okay? I am going to call the docket just to see who is on and who is missing on the docket, okay? All right, if you're here, please take yourself off of mute and let me know that you're present. Samuel Aponte. Samuel Aponte. Juan Ballesteros. Juan Ballesteros. Craig Becerra. Craig Becerra. Lawrence Beck.
El COVID ya se puso blanco conmigo.
Lawrence Beck. Eric Cantu.
I'm here.
Thank you. Liliana Garcia de Rodriguez. Liliana Garcia de Rodriguez. Nicole Genoe.
Here.
Thank you. Damien Gonzalez.
Hey, Your Honor.
Thank you. Daniel Gonzalez. Daniel Gonzalez. Robert Lida. Robert Lida. Sylvia Lopez. Sylvia Lopez. Matthew Mendoza. Matthew Mendoza. Maria Murillo Banderas. Okay. Jesus Peña Lopez. Jesus Peña Lopez. Eulalio Perez. Eulalio Perez. Rhonda Perfume.
Present.
Thank you. Teresa Ruiz. I see you there.
Present.
Thank you. Scott Sager. Scott Sager. And Ronald Washington. Ronald Washington. I have someone with a phone number ending in 753. What is your name? If you could press *6 to unmute. Phone number ending in 753. Valerie, can we figure out who that is, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, so first up, I have Eric Cantu.
Yes, I'm
Good
here.
morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
Good. Yourself?
I'm doing well, thank you. Let's see here. You have a charge for no insurance. How do you plead on that case?
Guilty.
Okay, and you have another one for violate driver's license restriction. How do you plead on that one?
Guilty as well.
Okay, and do you happen to have insurance now?
I do.
All right, and are you listed on the policy or is that in your name?
Yes, it is.
All right, very good. All right, how did you want to take care of these violations today?
So I was on a payment. It was like back in 2017, and I had like a payment plan for this. But I stopped paying it. So I was looking to see if I can do that again.
Okay. Valerie, was this on a deferral or what happened on this one? Was it just a payment plan straight?
I think it was a deferral, so we get it like remove my record.
Mhm.
Let me check.
Because you defaulted, it looks like there's a lot of fees that were now assessed on these cases. So you're looking at a much higher cost, but we can place you on that payment plan in a few minutes here.
Okay.
If you'll give me a second, Mr. Cantu, she's looking that up for me right now.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Dixon?
Judge, on that number 14D with Mr. Briones, there's a case pending downtown. We'd kind of like to see some resolution there, quite frankly, before I resolve this one. So I'm requesting a reset until April 14th.
Okay, do we think that's going to give you sufficient time?
I think so. You know, he's He failed the blood test. And he's got to bring his client in to look at the video, and they've got a plea offer. So
Okay.
I'd just like to see that for certain reasons
Sure.
before I decide what to do with this one.
Okay, Mr. Briones, April 14th works for you? And does this 8:45 setting also work? Okay, you're on mute just to make sure.
I'm so sorry. Yes, Your Honor. The 8:45 works and April 14th works. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and grant that reset, and hopefully y'all can get that resolved in the next couple of months, and we can get this off the docket then.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good
All right,
morning.
thank you.
Take care,
You're
Mr.
excused.
Dixon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Judge, it showed that he signed just a payment plan for 30 days on May 19th, 2019, and it was
Okay.
due in June.
Okay, so it's just a 30-day. Okay, all right, Mr. Cantu, we can place you on a payment plan for both of these, but you are looking at, let me see here, your total. Is $806, okay? Are you currently employed?
Yes, I am.
All right.
I was
And
gonna ask, so the amount that I had paid last time, is that gonna go towards this, or is that just like gone? Because I did pay like a portion of it last time.
all right, how much had he paid already, Valerie? That
I
amount
think-
has been credited, sir, but the issue became because you defaulted on that. There
Okay.
are warrant fees that attach to the case. There are collection fees, and there are also DPS fees, okay?
Okay, I was just
That
curious.
significantly raised the cost of these violations because you defaulted on that initial payment plan. But we can place you back on a payment plan. When can you make the first payment on that?
I can make it today.
All right, if you could contact the court and they can set you up on that payment plan. And you can take care of that over the phone, but you need to contact them for a code on how to do that, okay?
Okay, I will.
All right, and are you going to be making monthly payments of at least $50?
Yeah, I can do monthly.
Okay, if you can pay more, that would reduce the amount of time you have these open, okay? So the sooner you can get them closed out and paid off, the sooner we can close them out on our end, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, anything you need from him, Valerie, before he signs off?
If you can just email us his contact information, since it was an old ticket, just make sure we have the most current.
Very good. Mr. Cantu, you have the letter that the court sent you?
Yes, I do.
All right, and you see the email address listed on there?
Yes, I see it.
All right, very good. If you could email them with your contact information that's updated, and then they will give you instructions on how to make those payments, okay?
Okay, I will.
All right, very good. You're free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next up is Nicole Genoe.
Hi, that's me.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Hi, good.
All right, let's see here. You have some tickets here. You have defective stop lamps. How do you plead on that case?
No contest. Well, they're fixed.
Okay, and then no insurance. How do you plead on that one?
No contest.
Okay. Do you have insurance now?
Yes, I do. I've had it for the last months.
Okay, and you're listed on that policy, yes?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and the stop lamps, when did you get those fixed?
I got those fixed shortly after. Paid like $800. I got my car. They took custody of my car. I paid, it was about $300 to get my car out of custody. And then I
Mhm.
paid about $800 to fix the light. My car was in a parking spot when I was in the store. I came out of the store and I saw my car light was hit.
Okay, so it was an accident?
I guess somebody hit my car. Yeah.
Okay. All right, but you do have insurance now?
I do. Yes.
Okay.
Allstate.
All right, we can place you on a deferral for the insurance. You do have a driver's license, yes?
I do. Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm just
I sent in
taking,
a copy of my insurance through the email. I don't know if you need it.
right, I'm taking a look at that right now.
Okay. I've changed it throughout the months just to get a better plan. I was on
Okay.
Root, then Progressive, and then now I'm on Allstate.
Okay. So Allstate is the current one?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. And then why did you not appear last February?
I did not know anything about it. I remember I got a phone call. It was like way after then, and they're like, you didn't appear, and I was like, what's going on? I thought this was already taken care of. I just
Mhm.
didn't know. I moved addresses. Maybe they sent something to my old address.
Okay. The court now has your updated address. Is that
Yeah,
correct? Okay.
I think so.
All right.
I'm not sure.
All right. We'll have you email that to them so that they have that. Okay.
I will email it to them.
All right, very good. So you're looking at the insurance violation. You have a fee of $375 that's due for the deferral. Okay. All right. That would, do you have the money to pay that in full, or do you need a payment plan for that?
I wanted to discuss something with you real quick. So the reason that I had to delay, it was like a month delay payment on my insurance, was because the old apartment complex that I had lived at, even before then, Rent Relief had sent me a little over $10,000. I went to the office and I said, I am not going to move out of here unless I know for sure that money's coming with me. They promised they would write me that money in my name for my new apartment. And I had been after them and they had never given me the money. So I didn't even have enough money to pay for the place that I was in. So that's why my insurance payment was late, because I had to pay for rent for me and my son, but then I got right on it. And I was at work, I do patient care. I was getting food for one of my patients, and then that's when they saw me and they pulled me over. And I was wondering if there is any way that, because even financially, it's really hard right now, if there is any way that I can maybe do volunteer work or just something to lower the money, the payment, or get rid of the payment.
I can place you on community service hours. It would be a conviction on your record, but that would close out the case without you having to pay any fines.
Oh, but I'd have something on my criminal record.
Well, you'd have it on your driving record. Yes.
A conviction.
Otherwise, we could place you on a payment plan so you can pay that balanced out over the next 6 months. But you would have to make monthly payments towards it.
I definitely don't want any type of convictions or criminal activity on my records.
Okay, we can place you on a payment plan for the insurance violation. And I can place that on, that's a 6-month deferral. You would have to make a $50 initial payment to get you started on that. Okay.
Okay, I have a question about this. So since it'll take me the 6 months to pay it off, I got a scholarship for ministry school in Florida, and I'm gonna go there soon. And I won't be here this whole time in Texas.
Say again.
I got a scholarship for
You're going to move to Florida.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
In Florida. And so I won't be here the full 6 months. I'm going to leave soon.
All right. You will need to maintain insurance for 6 months and make the payments monthly, and you can pay those by mail or online.
Okay.
But you will need to maintain the insurance. If you don't think you can maintain the insurance, it will be a conviction on your record.
Okay. So there's absolutely no other way to go around paying the $375 eventually, other than getting something on my record.
Unless you want to do community service hours in lieu of making the payments, which would then result in a conviction.
Oh, yeah. If I do community service, I'll have a conviction on my record.
Correct.
I don't, I don't want the conviction on my
Okay,
record.
then you need to maintain the insurance for 6 months. At the end of the 6 months, you present proof to the court that you maintain the insurance. And you also need to make your monthly payments until the balance of $375 is paid off. Okay,
Okay,
all right. And I'm going to waive the fees on the defective stop lamps. I'm taking your situation into consideration because otherwise that would be another $260.
thank you, ma'am.
All right, you're very welcome. So when can you make the initial $50 payment to get you started?
I'll just take care of it today.
All right. You need to email the court so they can have your updated contact information and provide you that information on how to make that initial payment. And then they will send you the paperwork on the deferral, okay?
Okay,
And then they will place you on that payment plan to make sure you pay down that balance and pay that off by the end of the 6 months, okay?
so the same email that I emailed my insurance and car light pictures to, I emailed my address to?
Yes.
Okay,
All right. Any other questions?
no, thank you.
All right. Well, good luck to you. And
I'm so sorry.
okay.
Would I be able to take driving school online in place
Not
of
for
this?
this, not for this violation.
Okay,
Okay. All right. All right. You're free to go. Thank you.
thank you.
Valerie, just run the other one concurrently and with the waive fee, please.
Yes, ma'am.
And next is Damian Gonzalez.
Hey, Yana.
Hi there. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's see. You have no insurance violation. How do you plead?
No contest because I
Okay.
do have insurance now. Yes.
All right. And then another, the other violation is defective stop lamps. How do you plead on that case?
No contest. I
Oh.
fixed it shortly after. It was a few, so I don't have no receipt of proof that I fixed it. So it was just a 10 fuse, a number 10
All right.
fuse.
And you fixed it yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Let me check something quickly. And I believe you sent in some information on your insurance. Is that right?
I couldn't get my sister to sign it for me because I'm on her insurance, but they told me that I needed to actually put my name on it, if that makes
Right.
sense. Yes, and she couldn't get to me. She couldn't get back to me on it.
Okay, so the insurance that we have does not show you listed, is that right?
Yes, I'm not listed on it, but
Right,
I have
but
insurance for the truck now.
you have insurance now.
Yes, for the truck because she put me on the plan. If that makes
Okay.
sense. Yes, she put me on the plan. It's just yeah.
Okay, so we will need proof of that, okay?
Okay.
We need proof that you are listed on a policy.
Okay.
We don't have that right now. We have someone's insurance, right? But
Yes, my sister
Diamond, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so for the black Silverado, you're saying that's
Yes,
what you were
that's
driving, and that's what was towed because there wasn't insurance, is that right? But there is insurance now?
Yes, there's insurance and my driver's license. I had got it as well. I took
Okay.
the 90-day course.
Okay, and then she's going to add you to this policy, or you're going to get insurance on your own?
She's gonna add me to the policy.
Okay.
She told me she has to find time whenever she can. She's
All right.
been busy lately.
Well,
And
the
my
only way we can keep it off your record is if you get added to a policy or you get insurance on your own.
Okay. Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. So if you get
And
insurance,
how would I send proof when I go to the insurance to get put on
right,
there?
you can drop off a copy or you can email a copy to the court.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
So I'm going to give you 30 days to get insurance. Okay.
So all I would have to do is go down to the insurance place and show them my ID, and then they'll put me in.
That's up to them
Oh,
how they
okay.
handle it. Okay. But you just need to get added to a policy or get insurance of your own, and then we can place you on a deferral for that one. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So it'll be $375 for the deferral. Okay. With an initial $50 payment, unless you're going to pay it in full. Okay.
How much would it be for? 375.
$375, right?
Mhm.
All right. Okay.
Can I possibly do a payment plan on that?
You can, so I can, once we get your insurance, we'll need your insurance, a copy of your driver's license, and a $50 initial payment, and then we'll put you on a payment plan for that.
Okay. Okay,
All
sounds
right,
good.
and you're telling me that the other one was corrected, so I'm gonna waive the fee on that one. Just don't get any other tickets during that 6-month period, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so $375, $50 due in 30 days, along with a copy of your insurance, okay? Any questions?
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Any questions, sir?
When is it due and where do I pay?
So if you'll email the court, they'll give you a link for to pay, okay?
Okay.
But it'll be due in 30 days, which is our next court date of March
March 10th.
10th. So exactly 30 days from today, okay?
Okay. So in 30 days, I have to make the 375 payment.
In 30 days, if you have the 375, you can pay it in full. Otherwise, we would need a $50 initial payment, and then the court will place you on a payment plan,
Oh, okay. Okay.
okay? But we
I'll
will need,
pay it off full.
okay, we will need the insurance though to place you on that deferral.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
all right, you're free to go. You're very welcome. Okay, next is María Murillo Banderas.
Sí.
¿Habla español?
Sí.
Okay.
Ay,
Valerie, do
gracias.
we have pleas on these already?
Mm,
Let me check.
¿Cómo?
Un momento, por favor.
Ok.
No, ma'am, there's no please.
No, please? Okay.
Or
Thank
edits.
you. Okay. Okay, señora Murillo Banderas, ¿tiene un tiquete por el sticker que estaba vencido en el carro? Las-
Sí, sí, por
Sí,
las placas de papel.
sí.
Era-
¿Eres culpable o no culpable?
No, no, porque era un domingo.
Ok, un momento.
no-
Y luego el otro tiquete que le dieron era porque las placas de papel estaban vencidas.
Sí, se habían vencido el domingo y yo
Ok.
iba a buscar la
Ok.
oficina de ustedes.
Ok, un momento, por favor.
Gracias.
Myra, could you visit with her and Frank, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Frank, she's pled not guilty. I'm gonna have Myra go with you into the breakout room, please. Thank you. Habla con el fiscal, ¿ok?
Sí, gracias.
Ok, un momento.
Sí, es muy amable.
Gracias. Okay, Rhonda Perfume,
Present.
good morning, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Let's see here. You have a charge for operate unregistered motor vehicle. How do you plead on that case?
No contest.
And then failed or display expired registration. How do you plead on that one?
What? It said on there fictitious registration or whatever. So I pled not guilty.
Okay, so it's failed. What I'm showing here is failed to or displayed expired registration. Valerie, is that the correct one? We're checking the file, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, it shows unregistered motor vehicle and failed to display expired registration.
Failed
That's what
to
the
failed to
ticket said.
failed to display expired registration. So there's two separate charges under the traffic code. One is for operating an unregistered motor vehicle, which means you were driving an unregistered vehicle. The other one is for displaying an expired registration sticker. So how do you plead on that second charge of failure or display an expired registration sticker?
Double charge. It's the same
I-
thing. I mean, the same thing. I mean, my registration was expired, and so it showed that it was expired. I'm just trying to understand the charge. So it's basically the same charge twice.
Well, I'm going to have you speak with the prosecutor about that. There are two separate charges under the traffic code that you were charged with, but I will have you speak with him about it. But again, there are two separate violations under the state law. Okay. Again, I understand where you're coming from, but I'm going to have you speak to him about those two separate charges. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. He'll be with you shortly. All right. Next is Teresa Ruiz. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Judge. I'm fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing well, thank you. You have a charge here for ran stop sign. How do you plead on that case?
Not guilty.
All right. Trial by judge or trial by jury?
A judge.
Okay. I will also have you visit with the prosecutor here shortly. He does have a couple of people ahead of you, but he'll be busy with you here in a few minutes, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right. We have Juan Ballesteros. Mr. Dixon, you're back.
I'm back. I wish I was at that beach behind me, but I'm not. No offense to all of you guys. I was
None
waiting
taken.
for, there we go.
Okay.
Judge, no resolution, not guilty pleas, trial setting, and I'd ask for a bond to be posted since these are 3-year-old warrants, whatever.
Okay.
I know there's different bonds. You're an expert on that versus me, but some kind of bond for a trial setting, Judge.
All right. And Myra, did she say whether thank you, Mr. Dixon. Did she say whether she wanted a trial by judge or trial by jury?
No, ma'am. I didn't ask her. No.
Okay. And then the bond on these, Myra, would be calculated at what?
It's normally double of the amount owed.
Okay.
So it would be ×2 would be 1170 if you're doing double.
Right. Okay. All right, Mr. Dixon, you do have a couple people ahead of you. I mean, waiting for you.
Okay.
You have number 17 on the docket and number 18 on the docket.
Okay, would you like me to go visit with them, Judge?
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, señora Murillo. Okay. Así que eres no culpable, ¿verdad? En estos tickets. Ok. Y va a tener juicio, ok.
She's on mute.
¿Está en mudo? Myra, what were you going to say?
That she was on mute.
Yeah.
Hola.
Ok. Así
Hola.
que ¿quiere tener juicio por juez o por jurado?
Ay, no sé. Es que yo llevaba aseguranza y licencia y el policía no hablaba español y
Bueno,
por
no le dieron ticket por seguranza ni licencia. Eran solamente los tickets eran del registro o el sticker del carro y de las placas.
¿Es todo?
Nomás eran esos dos. Eran por no tener el sticker y que las placas estaban vencidas, las placas de papel. Por eso le dieron el ticket. No le dieron ticket por licencia ni por no tener seguranza.
Ok, entonces sí es tenía un día de vencida la de papel, está bien.
Okay, así que sí es culpable.
Sí, es por la de papel era un día.
Okay.
Acababa de sacar yo el carro y
Ajá.
y el chiste es que ya no encontré el señor que me vendió el carro. Ya no pude sacar las placas y no podía obtener otras placas. Nada más, se habían vencido el día domingo, yo el día lunes llevaba el niño a la escuela Iba
Ok.
a buscarlos a ustedes.
Que no quiere tener juicio, ¿verdad? Nomás quiere solamente pagar el tiquete.
Sí, está bien, porque yo no me he presentado porque me dio 4 veces COVID ya. Ahorita
Ok.
estoy en recuperación del COVID último que me dio. Y la otra era que había muerto mi papá de COVID. Por eso no me he presentado. Y no le sé yo a las redes.
Ok.
Esa
Bueno,
fue-
la multa es 292.50 ¿ok? Por los 2 tiquetes, ¿ok? Pero nomás quiero que pague nomás solamente uno, 292.50,
Ok.
¿ok? ¿Lo puede pagar en 30 días? ¿O necesita plan de pago?
Si pudiera darme plan de pago,
Ok,
si me hiciera ese favor.
okay. Myra, can you set her on a payment plan?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you need to speak with her separately or?
Sure. I'll
Okay.
tell her. Are you doing the time payment?
Time payment on the,
It'd be 25.
yeah, 25. Okay.
Okay.
And then we'll just waive the fines and fees on the registration and just give her the fine on the permit, the expired paper tags.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge,
Valerie, can you
I'm sorry.
send them to talk separately, please?
Espérate. No sé cómo. Ahorita
Okay.
pasa con Miguel.
Ok, señora Banderas va a hablar con la señora Myra, le va a explicar el plan de pago, ¿ok?
Ok, muchas gracias, muy agradecida.
Que pase buen día, ¿ok?
Igualmente, Dios me la cuide. Gracias.
Gracias, igualmente. Mr. Dixon?
Judge, I wasn't able to communicate with Miss Perfume due to technical difficulties on her side. So I just bailed out, basically.
Okay. If
We
she
had
comes
a
back
little
on,
5 seconds where we were able to talk, and then that was that. So
okay, if she comes back on, maybe we can reconnect you. She was just, there she is.
yeah, we all have technical problems sometimes, and
All
there's
right.
only so much the other side can do about it.
Right. Okay. Well, maybe we can try that again in a few minutes here. Okay, Ms. Perfume, we're gonna have you speak with the prosecutor again. We're gonna try again in a breakout room in a few minutes. Okay. All right. Did you want to try to speak with Ms. Ruiz?
I was thinking that, why don't I try the other person, then come back?
Okay.
Maybe the technical difficulties will clear themselves up,
All right. Great. And Valerie, can you set up 2 breakout rooms or do we need to hold off on one?
Se puso otra vez esto.
Okay. All right. All right. You're on mute, Valerie. I don't know. We got him.
Okay, so I sent, Rhonda went back to, let me bring her
Rhonda
back
went
out.
too. Okay. All right, Mr. Ballesteros. If you could press *6 on your phone to unmute. Mr. Ballesteros.
And this other person, unmuted, but then muted. The 73753.
Right. Okay, Mr. Ballesteros, if you can hear me, I need you to press *6 on your phone to unmute so we can communicate, please. Okay. The person with the telephone ending in 753, if you could press *6 on your phone to unmute so we can communicate. Phone number ending in 753, if you could press *6, please.
Nothing.
Okay. I'm not sure if either of you speak Spanish, but if you do, si habla en español, si puede marcar estrella 6 en su teléfono, por favor, y darme su nombre. Si puede marcar estrella 6 en su teléfono. Hello?
Okay, there's one.
Hello? Phone number ending in 753, your name, please?
Bueno,
Sí, su nombre.
Jesús Peña.
Jesús Peña.
Ajá.
Ok. Ok, señor, tiene un ticket por el ruido de construcción, ¿sí?
Ajá, exacto.
Ok.
Bueno, me habían dicho que yo no debía trabajar, fue lo que me dijo el policía, el oficial, el domingo, pero yo nada más fui a sacar, él comentaba que ya se les había avisado, pero yo no, nada más fui 3 días ahí, me pidieron que fuera a hacer un trabajo, me contrataron más por 3 días y jamás me avisaron que el domingo no se debía de trabajar.
Ok, ¿eres culpable o no culpable?
Pues yo no tenía conocimiento, o sea, si me hubieran avisado que el patrón, bueno, la persona que me contrató que el domingo no se podía, o sea, me consideré yo culpable, pero a mí nadie me avisó.
Sí, espera un momento, va a hablar con el fiscal, ¿ok?
Ok.
Ok, si espera un momento, va a hablar con él separado, en un cuarto separado, pero va a tener que esperar un momento, ¿ok?
Ok.
Ok, gracias.
Gracias, me vale.
Do we have the police report for Frank on this one?
No, we still haven't gotten it.
Okay. All right, Mr. Dixon.
Judge, no resolution there. It's a not guilty plea. I'm going to request a bond be set on that one. And I may request failure to appear charges pending all of this.
All right. Ms. Ruiz?
Yes, Judge.
All right. So you entered a plea of not guilty for the charge of ran stop sign, and you did request a trial by judge. Is that correct?
That is correct because I'm not guilty of the charge.
Right. Okay. So this is an older case. This is over a year old. I am going to set a bond of 2 times the 285. So that is $570. Okay. There is a bond set of $570. When you post that, we can schedule you for that trial setting. Okay.
Post bond?
Right, because the case is very old and you failed to appear. Okay. And you are now requesting a trial setting. The prosecutor has requested a bond, and I'm going to go ahead and approve that. And we're going to set the bond for $570 once you are able to.
So how do I go about disputing that bond that you just set?
What do you mean?
Exactly what I just asked. How do I go about disputing that?
That's the bond that's required because you failed to appear. If you can at least post half of that, we will schedule you for a trial.
And that would be what,
285. We can set that. And then that would be just held by the court until the trial date, pending the resolution of the trial.
Is that all?
Yes, ma'am. Any questions? Okay, Mr. Rees, you're free to go. Mr. Dixon, you want to try to speak with Ms. Rafim again?
Yes, Judge, I will. Thank
All
you.
right, and then you have Mr. Peña after that.
Okay.
Okay, and then Mr. Ballesteros, if you could press *6, please. Mr. Ballesteros. Ok, si puede marcar estrella 6, por favor. Señor Ballesteros. Buenos días.
Buenos días, dígame.
Ok, tiene un ticket por no tener seguranza. ¿Eres culpable o no culpable?
Culpable, pues yo iba manejando, señorita. ¿Qué puedo decir? El carro no era mío, pero pues yo lo traía manejando porque era mecánico y me lo dieron para irlo a checar. Pero pues yo iba manejando, no tengo que decir que no.
Ok, el ticket ya tiene muchos años, es de 2006,
Sí.
¿verdad?
Sí, tiene años porque el señor con el que trabajaba era el dueño del taller y pues ese día se puso malo, se reventó por dentro, no sé si murió o no. El caso es que quitaron el taller y yo ya no supe qué pasó porque según él me había dicho que la señora iba a llevar la aseguranza
Okay.
y yo no supe ya.
Has
Pero
there
como le
been-
digo, pues yo iba manejando, tengo
Okay.
que ser culpable.
Was this
Yo
already
lo
on
que
a
quisiera
payment plan or anything, or did it just go into warrants?
It went into warrants, ma'am.
That's it, okay. Sí, señor, que la multa es 461 y 50 centavos.
Sí, bueno, me pueden dar, porque pues ya es la edad que tengo, pues 72 años ya voy a cumplir, ya no estoy trabajando.
Okay.
Quisiera hacer arreglos, que me dijera cuánto quiere, que cómo los pago. Yo no me hago fuera de razón. Y pues nomás quisiera que me dieran tiempo, porque pues yo vivo nomás de lo que me da el gobierno.
Okay. Así que ya no trabaja.
No, ya no trabajo, ya ya estoy retirado y todo.
Okay. Okay. Bueno, le voy a reducir poquito a 400. Okay.
Sí.
Y un plan de pago de 50, ¿ok? Por mes.
50, ¿los puedo llevar personalmente ahí a la corte,
Sí.
ahí a la oficina?
Sí, puede.
¿Qué día?
Mañana, ¿sí puede?
Mañana. Voy a poder después de las 11 porque voy a tener que ir con el doctor a que me den un examen de los ojos.
Ok, está bien.
¿Ya puedo ir?
Mañana antes de las 4:30.
Ok, sí.
Ok.
Ahí está todavía donde mismo, ¿verdad? Las oficinas.
Sí, la misma
Sí,
dirección.
ok.
Ok.
¿Llevo efectivo o money order?
Lo que quiera, el efectivo o el money order está bien.
Ok, muy
Pero-
bien, se lo agradezco. Entonces van a ser 400.
400 para pagar en total, o si
Oh.
quiere plan de pago, 50 mensual.
50 mensual, mejor plan de pago.
Ok. Pero va a empezar
Ok.
mañana, así que pasa ahí por la
Mañana.
corte mañana para empezar el plan.
Ok, sí, mañana voy y le doy el pago de los
Ok.
50.
¿Y tiene
Y luego
seguranza?
cada mes.
¿Tiene
No,
seguranza?
ya no tengo carro.
Ok.
No
Ok.
tengo carro ni nada porque pues ya desde entonces ya no pude manejar, no quise.
Ok, bueno, así que va a ser 50 por mes, ¿ok?
Ahora nomás quiero que me diga una cosa. Al pagar todo eso, se me quita ¿cómo se llama? La restricción de aseguranza suspendida.
No, va a ser convicción en su licencia.
Por eso, porque para poder.
Nomás va a cerrar el
Porque-
caso. Ya cuando pague la multa, vamos a cerrar el caso.
Ok, y luego ya puedo ir a sacarle la licencia.
Cuando ya acabe de pagar los pagos, los 400 en total, puede ir a sacar la licencia, pero si how can I tell him
Ok, hay que ser-
he might need to pay some
Oh,
additional
sí.
fees.
Y tiene
Ok,
otra,
tengo que ser.
sí, cuando vas
Dígame.
pagando los $400, se va a cerrar el caso y le levantamos
Ajá.
el hold que tiene en la licencia. Pero el
Ok.
departamento puede ponerle más
Cargos.
fianzas,
Ujú.
cargos. Eso depende de ellos.
Ok, sí, lo entiendo. Pues me imagino que tengo que sacar la SR22, todo eso, ¿verdad?
Si tiene convicción en la aseguranza, sí, señor.
No, yo no tengo, pero como quiera. Muchas gracias entonces, señorita, y mañana paso por ahí para dar el primer pago.
Ok, muy bien. Gracias.
Anda, gracias a usted por haberme atendido. Bye.
Adiós.
Que
Bye-bye.
tenga buen día.
Igualmente, gracias. All right, thank you, Myra. And in a minute, if you could, when Frank gets back, if you could go into the breakout room with him and Mr. Pena, please. Thank you. We call the docket again. Samuel Aponte, Craig Becerra, Lawrence Beck, Liliana Garcia de Rodriguez, Daniel Gonzalez, Robert Lida, Sylvia Lopez, Matthew Mendoza, Eulalio Perez, Scott Sager, and Ronald Washington. Mr. Dixon?
Judge, on Miss Perfume, I have a plea agreement pending the court's approval. She is going to request community service.
Okay.
But it's a no contest plea on the second charge that's pending there, failed or displayed expired registration.
Okay.
It's a conviction. And then I'm going to dismiss the other case, no fees. She's requesting community service to satisfy the fine.
Okay.
Judge, she informs me that she's out of work for health reasons and is due to have some type of heart surgery. And so I told her that I would recommend community service and that maybe based on her health condition, it would be maybe a little bit less, but she may have something to say. So that's the deal on that one, Judge.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dixon. Ms. Perfume? You're on mute.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you had an opportunity to visit with the prosecutor and it sounds like you reached a plea agreement. And he's willing to dismiss one of the violations without any fees. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, and you're in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then talk to me about your financial situation. You're not employed right now?
Correct.
Okay. And you are therefore requesting community service hours?
Correct.
Okay. All right. And you're going to undergo some sort of surgery or you have a health condition?
Yeah, they found a blockage in my heart. So, so I'm sorry, allergies. So it's coming, hold on. Okay, I guess it's not. So, yeah, so we're doing surgery next week, actually. I'm sorry, what was the question?
You're going to undergo surgery. Are you going to be able to perform community service hours after that?
So I'll do it afterwards.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to assign 16 hours of community service, and you can do that at any nonprofit in Bexar County. Okay.
I'm not in Bexar County. I'm in Tarrant County.
Okay, in Tarrant County, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
As long as it's a nonprofit organization, so it could be, a shelter, a food bank, a soup kitchen, church, something like that. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So 16 hours community service. I'm going to give you 90 days to complete that. The sooner you can get that turned in after you're recuperated, the sooner we can close it out. Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Any questions?
No.
All right. Do we have your updated contact information? And if not, could you email that to the court, please?
I will do so.
All right. So they can send you your paperwork and the due date for those hours. Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Best of luck to you. And I wish you a quick recovery. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Take care now. All right, Mr. Dixon, you have Mr. Benya, number 15 on the docket, and Myra's going to visit with you as well. He is a Spanish speaker.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you.